Call that a draw?
Yeah, do that.
Before we even stand up, the camera's tilting down.
The town hall.
And it's a beauty.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Middlesbrough Town Hall, but much smaller.
What's the Middlesbrough town hall like?
A little bit like that, but smaller.
Scale down.
And in Middlesbrough.
Not for the first time, I'm preceded by the Beatles. The fantabulous foursome got their chops tight in Hamburg's clubs. We approach the nearest freezing-looking ukulele player for further details.
There's no place in the world where the Beatles played more than here in Hamburg.
Will they have gone to Hooters?
No. But
Great
the area
waffles.
was full of sailors.
Right.
So many people asked for rock and roll. So the nearest where club owners could find bands was England. The bands from Liverpool were a lot cheaper than the bands from London.
So it would be mainly paf music.
Before that.
Before the Beatles,
Yes.
Let no man stop Stephanie from talking Beatles on this tour,
Former favourite pub of the Beatles.
which commences at the Indra, where the hairy Strummers played their first gig.
The first concerts, they were probably only a backing band for a stripper.
Okay.
Because this used to be a strip club.
How long do you play for a stripper? I don't know.
I suppose it depends on the garments, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If they're in a diving bell, maybe. Paul always says the Beatles were very much, breakfast-wise, a porridge band.
You're doing it like Christopher Walken.
Next, we stride into this empty frame. A plaque commemorates the site of the Star Club, which hosted the band's last gig before burning down in the 1980s.
Was it an arson attack?
No, we're
Look
not
at Perry
sure.
Mason
We're
over here.
not sure.
You think you're going to solve it?
We draw stumps at the Kaiserkeller.
This was the second club they played, and it's very important in Beatles history because here they met Ringo Starr.
Wow! Ringo!
The audience here was rockers, sailors, and gangsters. They wanted the band to get wild.
Yeah.
So they would shout at the band, Mach, schau, mach, schau, mach, schau, mach, schau, make a show.
Oh, make a
so
show.
the Beatles would like jump
Oh, mach
around
schau.
and develop a great live show here. When the sailors were drunk, they requested shanties. So the first single the Beatles ever recorded with Tony Sheridan was My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over.
It's like that.
But the show we mac is too harrowing to show in its entirety, forcing the editorial department to slip into time-lapse.